please don't stop. Don't stop, don't stop.
Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Don't stop, don't stop.
Please don't stop.
Bboy Full Deck, what's going on, China? The way I feel about ciphers is that it's not like, I saw a lot of ciphers today, and it was kind of like everyone's kind of pushing and shoving each other to get in the cipher. It's not really about like running the cipher and being like you know, like it's there's an energy to it, you know. It's a circle, and you know, there's a way to approach it, and you know, you gotta listen to the music. You gotta know when to flow with people. You can't just be jumping out, you know what I'm saying, like on top of people, trying to push people away, you know what I'm saying. It's like there's an art to everything, you know what I'm saying. So it's more about like relaxing and finding that time to come out, you know what I'm saying, whether it be like a certain part in the music or just a song that really calls to you, you know what I'm saying, and you know, when you feel it, you feel it, you know what I'm saying. And if you come out and you maybe bump heads with someone, you know, battle them, you know what I'm saying, like respectfully, you know. But yeah, you know, like don't worry about like doing all crazy moves, you know what I'm saying, like depending on the size of the cipher, you know what I'm saying. Like a lot of times people will do crazy power moves in like a small cipher and then kick someone. It's like you gotta use you know, learn how to adapt to how much space you have, you know. Like that's why it's good to know a lot of different styles, like, you know what I'm saying, like your power head, you don't have that much footwork or top rock, you know, like you're gonna get in a small cipher, you're not gonna be able to do what you're strong at, you know what I'm saying. So it's always good to be well-rounded. And yeah, just listen to the music, man. It's dance, you know, it's a dance. So, you know, don't worry too much about the steps and looking a certain way, just dance, you know what I'm saying.
Don't stop.
Some advice about like training or just practicing, getting down, you know what I'm saying. You know, I grew up like training a lot, like, and you know, like training was training, you know, like you go and you know, I had like racquetball courts or my boy's garage, or like, you know what I'm saying. I grew up in Miami, so it's a little different, you know. Like I grew up in the craze where everyone was like trying to learn tricks and moves and stuff like that. So that's what I would always do, just train moves and train combinations, you know what I'm saying, until I really started learning about the culture, learning about the art of it, learning about the dance of it, you know what I'm saying. It's like then you start to see that now, like 9 years in, it's more like the way I train now, it's not even like training, it's more like getting down, it's like having fun, you know. Like, yeah, there's days where you can go and be like, all right, I'm gonna train some power today, or I'm gonna train some like freezes or something, you know, like you could do that, of course. But I think what's most important, that's helped me the most, like evolved, is just practicing my freestyle ability, you know, just being able to vibe out and have fun, you know. It's about having fun, you know what I'm saying, and listening to the music and letting that like dictate what you do, you know what I'm saying. Like not too much about like getting from this move to the next move. It's more like just being free with it, you know what I'm saying, and letting your style just kind of unfold itself, you know what I'm saying. A lot of times people, they train a whole set round, you know, which you know, like I grew up in that, like making sets and making combinations and then training them really hard, then going to the gym and then doing the set, you know. And then it's like now, it's like I've shifted more. I'm more freestyle now. And all the stuff that I used to do that set back then, I just chopped it all into like little pieces, little burns, and I freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like if one move comes out and I flow to the next one, I flow to the next one. You know what I'm saying? It's like it gives you more element of surprise, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are those b-boys that like you look at and you're like, damn, like this guy's fresh, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, like how many times are you gonna do the same exact combination? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's more about that. Always coming out new, always coming out fresh. You know, and when I say fresh, it's like it's not like, you know, like a particular like style or way of like moving. Like it's fresh is like, it's like you know what I'm saying? Like you, like how you feel, like in that moment, like you feel dope, like you're dope, you know what I'm saying? Like it's don't think too much about how it should be done. It's more about how do you interpret it, the way you do it, you know what I'm saying? How is the way you b-boy, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's something I've learned, you know, it's more about taking the art and showing people what you can do with it, you know what I'm saying? So
Don't stop, don't stop.
it's like with biting, I mean, it was different, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, like you couldn't bite, you know what I'm saying? Like people get into fights for biting, you know what I'm saying? Like biting certain moves and stuff like that. And, you know, the dance has become so commercialized now. Not so commercialized, but like the scene has grown so much, you know, with YouTube and everything. It's like people are watching, and then you get, you know, b-boys doing like the exact same thing as another b-boy, you know what I'm saying, that they're inspired off of. And that, I feel like it's wrong, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you're not letting yourself, you're not allowing yourself to really dive in and find out how you want to move. Yes, I'm inspired by mad different b-boys, you know what I'm saying? And yes, I've taken certain things that certain b-boys approach it with, but I'm not gonna do like the exact same combination or burn that they do, you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like it's being inspired, taking the inspiration from it, but then not doing the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, like see it, get inspired off it, maybe see the way he approached that move or that combination, but flip it, do it your own way. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. It's just all like flipping, you know what I'm saying? Like flip it, flip it, flip it. See how different you can make that, you know what I'm saying? How different you can make to the approach to that combination or the original inspiration. And then you'll get to a point where you're doing something that was inspired off someone, but it looks completely different because it's you, because you put your own essence into it and you approach it your own way, inspired off what they did, you know? So it's that too, man. It's not like, oh, look at this b-boy, we gotta be like him because he's, you know, like, nah, man, like, just be you, you know what I'm saying? Be you. Know who you're inspired off of, who you like to see, who you like to watch, and take it and eat other b-boys do, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's more of, how can I be me? You know, like how can I be a b-boy but be me? Like be Jose, FULLDECK, you know what I'm saying? Like and be unique, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, man. I mean, I've been dancing for 9 years. I'm still learning every day. I'm still learning new things about myself, you know? That's what it is. It's more like, you know, I grew up thinking like I gotta learn more moves, I gotta learn more, you know what I'm saying? And then I started, okay, I gotta learn how to dance more, I gotta learn how to like be on beat and like you know, like really dance, you know what I'm saying? And then now it's more like it's like you learn it all, and then it's almost like you let it all go now, you know what I'm saying? Like learn everything, but then let it go and move the way you want to move, you know what I'm saying? Like I do, and me personally, I do a lot of styles. Like I practice popping and animation and stuff like that, like floor glides, like with my feet, you know what I'm saying? Like just like other styles of like hip hop dance that, you know, like some people might say is commercial or come trendy, but there's many other styles of hip hop dance now that have evolved, you know what I'm saying? And I take from the new too, and I bring it back, you know what I'm saying? And I stick with what I know and what I've learned, and I just twist it, you know what I'm saying? It's like when Neo breaks out of the Matrix. It's like, you know, like he's flying. It's like the illest one, you know what I'm saying? But it's only because he got unplugged, you know what I'm saying? It's like, as a b-boy, you know, like you grow up and you see all these b-boys, you want to be like the beat, you want to be like them, you know? But then and you end up getting good, and then you're like them. But then it's like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what you have to ask yourself, who are you, you know? And I see it as like, I want to take what the people before me did and do more, add more, you know, evolve the dance even more, because the dance has always been evolving, even since back in the 70s to 80s to 90s. It's like every decade, not even like every few years, like it's like evolution. You're seeing all different types of new moves, all different types of new styles, like you know, like so many people have so many approaches to the dance, you know what I'm saying? It's like almost becoming impossible to be like, to say, oh, what's a b-boy? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's dance. Like that's what it's becoming, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, there is a foundation, of course, you know, like there's all that, you know what I'm saying? Like the tradition, the foundation, the way things should be done. But also, at the same time, there is a freedom about it too, you know, that people need to see that, you know what I'm saying? Because if you stay boxed into style, you're just gonna be in that style, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Bruce Lee said, you know what I'm saying? Like can't be structured, can't be, you know, being boxed into style is like being dead, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta break out of that, you know what I'm saying? Evolve it, whichever way you wanna evolve it, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, a lot of people say this and that about, you know, like what's b-boy and what's not, but you know what I'm saying? I see it as a dance, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I personally, I like foundation. I like the way the dance is. I love the traditional dance, you know, but I also love moving different, and I love other styles of dance, and I just, you know, like I mix it all together. Why not? You know what I'm saying? That's what Bruce Lee did, you know?